Hello, this is you into there. Let's play some more Repton 3. Okay, so at the start of this level we get a bit of an avalanche. And we've got to go up and get the key pretty quick, otherwise we're going to get ourselves bludgeoned. And when we get through here, there's going to be some spirits which will want to get into their cages pretty quick because our time limit's narrow, as it is in all these last levels. So they've got to come right back into this area, and we've got to make sure not to collect that diamond there, otherwise they're not going to be able to go to those cages. And once we've done that, we go straight into the transporter, and we've got a monster to deal with on the way, but it's fairly simple. And then when we get down here, our time starts running out. So we've got to navigate this nice skull maze pretty quickly, which is a nice thing for the level designers to do, since you'll be rushing and you've got to be fairly accurate with your moves. And if you're not careful, you'll end up with that rock on your head too. Now we're into the area with the time bomb, and you can see there's a lot of rocks at the top. So we've got to watch out how we drop them down so we don't block off the exit. But the last little area before the time bomb is this one. We've got to get these spirits onto the outside to get into those cages up there, and it's a fairly narrow area to do so. So going back out to those rocks above the time bomb, you can be pretty careless with them, just run across and you'll be fine. Oh, isn't that nice? An egg in the room, so we have to break it, and not a rock for a little way. And those monsters, they may look easier to deal with than they are, because they do run about rather erratically, and it's hard to predict where they're going to be. And one wrong move with the rock that you've got means you're going to have to start everything over again. And we're rushing at the start here because we need to get past this fungus, which, if we let it grow too much, will block those rocks from falling down, so we can't get past. Okay, the last area here now. We've got to make sure we can connect these cages to the outside and not get hit by the spirits while we're doing it, like we nearly did there. And we've got to do it, or wait for them to get to the cages before the time runs out so we can get the time capsule that's inside. Now down the bottom here, there's some more spirits to go into those cages. And there's also an area which we've got to be very, very careful about how we drop the boulders down, otherwise we're going to trap ourselves in. So coming up back round to the exit, we're going to grab those cages that have been opened up and finish things off here. Now, right from the start of this level, you see that cage down there. We've got to make sure we keep access to it available, because this spirit needs to go into it after going down through that gap we just opened up and around. So just wait for him here. And then we jump through a sequence of transporters, because we're not interested in that little room at the moment. We just want to get all the spirits out as quickly as possible so they can go to the cages they need to go to. to open up the area here, we have to get the key, which blocks off our exit, so we go back through a transporter back to the starting area here. Here we can clear the space for the cage, and just precariously bounce a rock so when the monster hatches, he gets a nice surprise. Okay, now we let all these spirits out to run around to go to the cages they need to go to, and we'll do something else while they're doing that because they take far too much time to go about their business. But this one doesn't, because he's right next to where he needs to be. Now we are going to be letting a lot of fungus out here, and it can be a bit dangerous with all those spirits running around because it can spread as soon as they go into an area and block off the exit for those spirits. So it's pretty dangerous to let this fungus out, but to collect all the diamonds we have to, and that area we just left is a pretty precarious area for the spirits to get trapped in. But we've got to do that because we've got to do that and hope that the random number generator is going to be on our side this time. So now all we really have to do is wait for the spirits to come to these cages and hope they haven't got trapped behind that fungus, because I played this level a few times and that's exactly what happened to them. I was stood here waiting, the time limit started counting down, the screen started flashing like this, and they didn't turn up like that. So there's nothing I could do further from that point. So I'll see you next time for the final 2 levels of Finale and the final 2 levels at Repton 3.